Hello beautiful flowers, how are you doing today? As you can already see from the title of this video, it's a bit more serious topic I want to talk about. And I want to talk about mental health because I have already stated before, like in my introduction to my channel video, I talked about how I want to talk about mental health. And originally my idea for this week's video was kind of like a back to university, back to school type of video. But when I started to think about that, what type of video I want to do, the first thing that came to my mind was mental health. And I think it's a very important topic to discuss regarding going back to school or back to university, wherever you are going back to this autumn or spring, wherever you are in the world. I want this video kind of be like a reminder to take care of your mental health with your physical health. And it's something that is not regarded as important as physical health, so I just want to make this video to be a reminder to take care of yourself mentally too, and not only physically. And just overall, I want to talk about mental health and how it's seen in society and how you can perhaps take care of yourself in that aspect, and share my own experiences and what I have done to get my mental health to a better shape. So starting off, just a huge reminder to be kind to yourself is the first thing I want to tell you in this video. School is starting again, and there are possibly a lot of pressure on you, not even depending on what year you are going to go to school in. It's just this society that we live in has a lot of expectations to young people to develop fast and study fast enough so that they will grow up and go to work. And that's something that has never sat right with me, as this was my way of thinking when I went to my last year of high school. And I really started to struggle with my mental health during high school. And I already struggled with it before, but that was like the final straw, because I was feeling so much pressure about having to apply for university and doing well in my final exams and so on. But as I have grown and now I'm going to be going to my last year in university, I have completely different mindset. And it's interesting to see how much I have developed in that aspect of being kind to myself and understanding what life is actually about. And in my opinion, especially if you are in Finland going to your last year in high school or upper secondary school, whatever you call it, just be kind to yourself. And there is no rush to get to like university or whatever place you want to go after upper secondary school. It's just the society pushes us towards that. But I think it's important to take your time after high school to give yourself like couple of years time to think about what you actually want to do with your life, and not to push yourselves to study and study and study. That was a mistake I personally did. Obviously it's different for everyone, but if you're questioning about these things even a little. It's important for your mental health. I believe this. You can disagree with me, but I believe that it's really bad for your mental health to just keep on studying because the society wants you to do that. And personally, I wish I had taken like 1 year off from studying, as now I have been studying constantly since I was 6-7 years old, and I'm turning 23. And I can feel it. I can feel the burning out. I can feel how tired I am, and it has taken a lot for my mental health to as I've just kept on studying. So the first thing I really want to say is be kind to yourself and do take your own time, however long that takes, to figure out what you want to do, even though everyone around you might be pushing you to do things in fast phase. Fast phase is not always the right option for everyone, and I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that this society has done, as it affects so many people's mental health a lot. Like, when you hurry to the next phase of your life, it can be too much for your mental health. So it's important to take your time and to learn more about yourself as a human being and what you want to do, rather than just trying to hurry up and do things that you might not want to do. Who knows? Mental health is something that when I was in high school was not talked about at all. I only started to hear about it when I was in university, and then I started to hear myself out and what is good for myself. I have gotten some help myself, so I encourage you, whoever is watching this, if it's possible, go to therapy, talk to someone, psychologist or a doctor, whoever you can and who is available. Don't be by yourself with the thoughts you have. It's really important to go talk to someone rather than keeping it all within yourself. And that was the first step for me, getting the courage to talk to someone who understands the struggles that I have. And it has helped me to grow as a human being also, and taking life in as fast as I want to. So that's why I can see a huge difference how I see mental health, how I see my well-being now compared to when I went to my last year in high school. I want to put the mental health aspect of going back to school to a really high priority. So that's why I wanted to make this video, so perhaps I can bring some kind of awareness regarding it and how it should be taken more seriously. And I hope that whoever is watching this video gets some kind of courage if they are struggling with mental health, as I believe that it's just so important. It's as important as physical health. And I just actually saw on social media that there is a school in Finland, like an elementary school, where they are having a class for well-being, that they are taking about an hour in a week to talk about mental health with the whole class. And I think that that should be a new normal, that should be included in all schools, as it's really important to understand ourselves, what is going on in our brain, to be able to keep going in this life. And it should be taken really seriously as mental illnesses are real and they do affect people's lives so much. And I wish there was something like this when I was in elementary school. I am happy that I now know and I've learned a lot about it, and I have gotten help for myself, as it has helped my life as a student and also as a human being. So if you have any kind of chance to talk to anyone, please do so. And just remember, be kind to yourself, take care of your mental health, and I will say put it first. Put your mental and physical health first. Everything can come later on. And I also wanted to make this video because I want to whoever is watching this video to know that they are not alone. You are not alone with things that you're struggling with. I personally understand you, and there are so many more who do understand what you're going through and will be there for you. No one is alone ever, and that is my number one thing I want to share in this video. I also got a list from my therapist about your own rights as a human being that I think is suitable for this video, as it's kind of like a back to school and mental health video, and knowing your own rights as you go back to school is really important, as we are meeting new people. We are going back to the old schools, or we are going to new schools, and everything is different or same, but it's important to know your own rights. So I thought that I will share a couple of these rights with you, and I will also list them down below on the description box, and then you can perhaps write them down for yourself, put it next to your mirror or something, so that you will remember to be kind to yourself and to take care of yourself. And yeah, so here are a couple of rights that you have as a human being. And first of them being, you have a right to ask what you want. You have a right to say no to anything, to someone requesting you to do something or do something you can't fulfill. You can say no. You have a right to express your feelings, the negative and the positive. You have all the right to express your emotions and feelings. You have a right to change your mind. Like if you have a right to change your mind, your opinion. As you learn new things, you might change your mind and get new opinions, so you can change them. And I think this is one of the most important things regarding school. You have rights to make mistakes and be unperfect. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. No human being is perfect ever. So remember it. You have a right to be unperfect and make mistakes. We all make mistakes, and so many hundreds of people have said it before me, but mistakes make us human, as we'll learn from them. That's how you learn to become a better human being. But if we wouldn't make mistakes, no one would develop to become a good human being. So making mistakes is a huge part of being human, and I really do hope that you will remember that. You don't have to be perfect in your classroom. You don't have to get the perfect scores in school. It's important to remember you're a human being, and you will succeed in this life even though you won't get the perfect score like A's. from your tests or exams, and that's totally okay. The next is you have a right to say no to everything that you don't feel like you're ready for, what feels dangerous and what hurts your values. You have a right to not include yourself in other people's problems or feelings or how they act. You have a right to expect honesty from others. And you have a right to get mad at people who you love. You have a right to be yourself. And these are just a couple of the things that I have listed on this paper. I have this on my wall to remind myself to be kind to myself, to take care of myself and put myself first. And I think that's something a lot of people struggle with, putting themselves first and their mental health first, thinking about everyone else and not yourself. As so many people say that it's selfish to think about yourself, but it's not. It's healthy to think about yourself. And I think learning about these rights that I have was really, really important, and to remind myself that I have these rights as a human being. It's so important. I do hope that this video made any sense. I just wanted to make a video regarding mental health overall and school and mental health, as schools are starting, at least in Finland and in many other countries. So I felt that it's important to remind to take care of yourself and be kind to yourself and remember your rights as a human being. So I do hope that some of you found something helpful from this video, and I wish you a very good upcoming school year. And autumn is almost here, the days are getting colder, and a new chapter of this year is going to start. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it somewhat helpful, and thank you for watching and listening. I'll see you in my next one. Bye!